Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and today I want to discuss something with you guys, and I know a lot of you it's going to be preaching to the choir, and I totally get that, I totally understand that, but this is something a lot of you might want to share with your friends, your family, your loved ones, or even people you know who kind of get involved in the fitness industry or follow these things, who don't think about these things critically. Because it's been touted in recent years, actually this all really started shortly before I got onto YouTube originally. And we see a lot of these people on YouTube, we see a lot of people in the fitness world who have big pages on social media promoting these ideas. And I mean, one that comes to mind that I jumped over quite a few years back was this Lex Griffin guy, or I think that's his name. It was like something Team Boom Baby. I jumped on him about some of this some time back and he got really pissed off. But the thing is a lot of these people are promoting this idea of people getting really lean and really ripped using if it fits your macros, still incorporating various junk food and processed food while doing minimal to zero cardio. And sometimes they'll even brag that they've done no cardio during whatever physique contest prep. And let's really talk about why that's a bit of a hustle and why that is not going to work for the vast majority of people. That's only going to work for people who are very genetically gifted, oftentimes combined with drugs, and most importantly, people with very, very little appetite. This is only going to work for people who are already just naturally skinny and lean or ripped before they even start training for the most part. And it is very detrimental to your health in the long term. This is probably one of the worst ways that you could possibly lose weight in the long term for your overall health and fitness. Now, number one, right at the top of the list that people need to realize, the issue you run into with if it fits your macros for the most part, again, barring people with insane activity levels, and I think people need to understand the difference here. A lot of people have room for empty calories, excess calories. They can work in donuts, pizza, all sorts of stuff without gaining any body fat, who do very large amounts of conditioning work. People who are very, very serious athletes. I mean, for example, you guys go watch Alex Viada, who I tout quite a bit for his Hybrid Athlete book. Yeah, he eats a lot of donuts and things when he's in training, but you need to keep in mind this guy is 220 pounds, extremely lean. He competes in two types of powerlifting and multiple endurance endeavors. He does super marathons, he does triathlons. This is a guy who puts in probably in excess of sometimes 15 to 20 hours of cardio every single week while holding a tremendous amount of lean body mass. There's a little difference between that and someone who only gets to the gym 3 or 4 days a week and does a little bit of cardio. Their caloric needs are going to be vastly different. He is someone who might be burning 1,500 or 2,000 more calories per day on average than a lot of the people who would be considering following these sort of approach. He has a lot of wiggle room on empty calories. And the reason that matters a lot of people are here trying to cut on 2,000 calories a day or 1,800 calories a day because they're doing no cardio. They're having to bring their total calories down. Now you combine that with a more flexible dieting approach to where they're not eating all micronutrient dense high satiety foods. They're working in a little ice cream, they're working in a little pizza, they're working in some Pop-Tarts every day. Even a few hundred calories of that, you can absolutely start to develop micronutrient deficiencies. Because you're bringing your total calories down too much, these are the people who are actually at risk of vitamin, mineral, phytonutrient deficiencies, things like that. And a lot of people will say, hey, I could just throw in a multivitamin to get around that. Well, multivitamins have not been proven scientifically to work. They're a big point of contention as to whether they work or not, and as to whether they're even safe for you to take or not. So that's not a catch-all there. So you're already running into potential health issues with that. And the reason the micros do matter in the long term, it is potential micronutrient deficiencies that can contribute to your appetite issues when you're losing weight, and any links that we have to loss of metabolic rate, even minor losses of metabolic rate, some of it might actually be linked to a vitamin or mineral deficiency. Your body is not going to perform optimally when you're deficient in any of these things, and sometimes your energy level goes down. If your energy levels go down, you're more irritable, more moody, you're more lethargic due to a vitamin or mineral deficiency, you're going to burn less calories. If you're burning less calories because you're more lethargic and tired, you're going to lose body fat more slowly. So this whole thing can become problematic really quick, particularly once you start cutting the cardio out, because the people who have the room for empty calories are generally people who carry a lot of muscle from training, but who also do large amounts of conditioning work. You've removed the large amounts of conditioning work while trying to follow this approach. It's very easy for you to start developing vitamin and mineral deficiencies at that point, because you're having to reduce calories down to lose weight, and you're not doing the cardio on top of it. Number two, that we know that people who are the healthiest in the world as far as lifestyles go incorporate cardio with their weight training. It is not healthy for you to avoid resistance training or cardio. If you want to be healthy and fit, you really need to be doing both regularly every week. Well, these people are having them cut cardio out. That is not promoting a healthy or a fit lifestyle. A lot of these people try to treat cardio like it's the devil. No, cardio is essential for your health and fitness. It's something you need to be doing just as much as you need to be doing resistance training and weight training. This, again, problematic for fitness and health. This is a hustle. This is not people who are promoting health or fitness in any way by having you just do less cardio or no cardio while losing fat. It's stupid. It's a gimmick. It's a fad. Now, you combine that with the fact of most people who trying to lose weight, what's the biggest problem most people have? 99% of the population have while trying to lose body fat is going to be discipline. It's going to be appetite. It's going to be struggling to stay on your diet and overeat. Well, if you're combining more foods in, and everyone says, well, you don't have to do that every day. Yeah, but that's what it's promoting. And most of us are out here promoting saying, hey, you need to be eating fairly clean, high satiety foods to lose weight. So these people are incorporating foods that make appetite more problematic, that can make diet adherence more problem just because they're less filling, and then they're combining this with less activity. You're reducing calorie output, energy out, while creating a situation that's going to make putting energy in easier. This is absolutely not beneficial for fat loss. This is absolutely not beneficial for overall health to do such a thing. In fact, I'll go so far as to say that the people who are capable of following this sort of plan to where they allow themselves, 500 calories of wiggle room on their junk every day while doing no cardio, these are the sort of people that don't actually need any advice or help losing body fat. And a lot of people giving the advice on this, again, are not only going to tend to be chronic undereaters, but these are people who are utilizing other drugs to help them do this. They're not telling you that they're using trenbolone and then combining Adderall into it to reduce their appetite so that they can get away with doing what they're doing. They're not telling the people who they're promoting these ideas to that their revolutionary approach requires them to take appetite suppressing drugs and anabolic and fat burning drugs in order to get these results. That's what they're not telling people. And they're pretending it's some amazing revolutionary approach, some amazing new way to lose body fat, when it actually makes it for the majority of people. This is going to be more difficult unless you are already a chronic undereater that we call a hard gainer. And these aren't people who need a lot of help and advice on losing weight. Those are the people who struggle to gain weight in a healthy way. So these people are promoting something that is useless for the majority of the people out there, that is just a fad. It's just a gimmick to try to sell their knowledge when, in all honesty, they don't know a lot about weight loss if they're promoting this sort of idea. And most real experts, clinical dietitians, people like that, think that they're complete idiots and fools for what they're promoting. This is not going to be successful for the majority of people. Then you combine that with the fact that they're allowing people wiggle room on processed foods. And again, that's fine if you're a really athletic person who has room for empty calories. But generally, all these refined sugars are absolutely linked to worse lipid profiles. A lot of the extra fats in these things, you go eat a bunch of these Pop-Tarts and other processed foods, you go look at what's in them. A lot of them contain trans fats, even though it's not on the label, they're in the ingredients list. So they're combining all of these various vegetable oils, many of them hydrogenated, which was the worst food you could possibly eat, with refined sugar, which also next worst food you could possibly eat, combining them together into their diet while reducing cardio. Cardio is one of the activities that improves your lipid profiles and your blood work the most. Weight training does it to a large extent, but weight training has half a dozen other benefits that you can't get from cardio, which makes it superior for health. But in terms of your actual blood markers, cardio usually does more to improve your blood markers than anything else. So you're allowing them to add foods back in that are going to give them worse lipid profiles, reduce their blood health markers, and then reducing the activity that's going to produce it the most. And then these people want to promote this as a fitness idea, that this is healthier fitness. No, this is the exact opposite. This is anti-fitness. These people who are promoting this idea of the flexible dieting while incorporating Pop-Tarts and ice cream and pizza into your diet while reducing cardio down to the minimal or even no cardio, these people are hustling you. They're frauds, they're hoaxsters, and they are promoting anti-fitness. This is the exact opposite message that we need to be sending to people who want to get fit and healthy. It is absolutely not fitness. And these people need to be called out on this bullshit. All right, guys, but that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative, and I will talk to you guys next time.